doing, Hedgehog Maniacs and Doki Fanatics? Sonic17 here, back with more Doki Doki Storm, which of course is a mod for Doki Doki Literature Club. The last time we saw me play, Monica was explaining to the club what they were going to do for the festival, because she wanted each of the club members to recite a poem of their own, or get a poem to practice with. And despite the anxiousness Yuri endured during that, she was happy on the way home, and still happy when she got home because of the fact that she made a friend. The fact that MC is a friend of hers now. But I'm gonna let you guys know. The recording method I've been using lately, I've been having problems with it, so this is the method I was using beforehand, before I switched over to the previous one, which was actually OBS. I was using OBS for the last recordings of this mod. I've been having issues with that as of late. But you're probably tired of me talking about it. But I will try to get that situation fixed, because it's time to dive in, and let's do it to it. Here we go. Like I said, I hope you guys can hear me. When I wake up, it's the next morning. Oh dear, I slept in my uniform. The last thing I remember is finishing my poem. I only intended to lie down for a moment. I must have been very tired. You think? Or maybe the blood loss is still affecting me. I wonder how long it would take my body to replenish it to normal levels. That's probably a sign that I should have another big breakfast today. As for my uniform, this is precisely the kind of situation where I would normally change into the spare one. But obviously, I don't have that option now. The prospect of going to school in it right now is unpleasant. It feels and smells filthy. Yeah, that's a problem right there, isn't it? I know rationally that it isn't that bad. I was only wearing it for a relatively short time. But the knowledge that I slept in it makes my skin crawl. Not for the first time. I wish I could shut off the part of my brain that dwells on these things and stop imagining how much skin oil and other residues have collected on it. I look at the clock. There isn't time to wash it and still avoid being late for school. I never don't want to miss 2 days of school in a row if I can help it. What about... I go to the closet and find a bottle of perfume again. I can at least improve my smell anyway. I mean, it's better than being late. I can understand what Yuri's doing. We're about to do anyway. I have no idea how much to use. I just spray my uniform all over. I'll worry about washing my uniform properly on the weekend when I have more time. That just leaves the decision of what knife to bring today. You're seriously still bringing another knife? As I look over my knife rack, my mind drifts back to the events of yesterday and a smile creeps over my face. Attention everyone! I'm making some changes in my life. Now that I have a friend, I want to see if I can get through the day without you. Sorry. I hope you understand. I'm talking to my knives again. Why do I keep doing that? Hey, you gotta find something to keep you sane, Yuri. I should just get ready for school. My time at school makes me conscious of how frequently I reach into my bag. I didn't realize until today how often I consistently touch the handles of my knives whenever I feel the need for reassurance. But I hold on to my thoughts and memories of my new friendship with X and it helps me get through the day. Back at the club, huh? Let's see where this goes. I'm still feeling fairly good by the time I enter the literature club. Sayori. The room was empty except for Sayori and a seat at the front. Curiously, she doesn't greet me as she normally does. She doesn't even look up. This is because of Monika's tampering. She isn't even wearing her usual mask. She's letting her sadness show. Normally I would have told myself about it. I would just find an isolated seat and start reading my book. But today, the new me is going to do something different. I sit in the seat next to Sayori. Sayori, are you alright? The mask is replaced instantly. It's Sayori, but like I said, Monika's tampering.
Hi, Yuri! I'm great, thanks! How are you?
I wonder if I dare try to coax her into talking about how she's really feeling. I am doing quite well, thank you.
Thanks!
She sniffs the air.
Is that a new perfume?
Well, technically, no. But I want to try something different today. Her mask falters.
Are you wearing it for Sunny X?
That honestly hadn't occurred to me. Would that be a bad thing?
No! It's great that you want to get close to him. I like to see him make as many friends as he can. Only it would make me happier.
The mask crumbles completely.
I'm sorry. I should.
Sayori! I think I'm supposed to cheer her up in a situation like this, but I'm not sure how to go about it. I know we never really talked before, but if there's something troubling you, you can confide in me. If you want to. She makes a visible effort to recover her smile.
That's really sweet of you, Yuri. That's okay. It's just a little rain cloud.
Rain cloud? Oh, of course. A metaphor. How very poetic of you.
Thanks.
How long has the rain cloud been troubling you?
Well, you know, sometimes rain clouds show up. That's okay because they always go away eventually.
There was a long pause. I'm still thinking about how to approach this. Maybe if I can reveal a little about myself, it will help inspire her confidence in me. The idea sounds scary, but I remind myself that this is the new me. The new me has to be okay with doing scary things sometimes. Sayori, if I may, I'd like to share something with you about myself. Something personal. I frequently feel depressed. I feel this way for a variety of reasons. Partly because of how people treat me at school. Partly because of other difficulties in my life. It led me to read up about it, and about mental health in general. And I've had occasion to wonder sometimes if you might be suffering from depression as well.
Depression? Oh, no, nothing like that. That makes it sound so serious. I just get sad sometimes, like anyone does.
She's hiding it. And she's doing a dang good job of it.
I'm sorry to hear you feel that way, though. I wish I could make you feel better.
It's alright. I deal with it my own way. Even if I'm not very good at it.
So, do you see a doctor about it? Or what?
No. I'm self-diagnosed. signs are all there. From what I've read, it's the world's most common mental illness.
Yeah? What's it like?
Well, I'm half tempted to explain the pounding in my head that accompanies the storm, or the overpowering anxiety that makes me unable to interact with people in any normal way. There's so much wrong with me that if I start talking about my problems, I might never stop. But I try to focus on that one feeling. It feels like there's a struggle within me to even do mundane tasks, because I find it hard to muster the motivation to do them. There are things I want to do, but I can't bring myself to do them, and I can't really explain why. And sometimes it feels like there's no point in trying anymore, because I'll never be able to live like anyone else. Could that? No way. I know this is a mod, but I don't know. I don't even know what to say right now. But I still have to find some way to keep living. Find reasons to keep going, even when it feels pointless. I have to pause to try to control my breathing and the shakiness of my voice. I'm so anxious I can almost hear my heart pounding. And yet at the same time, there's an undeniable sense of relief from finally sharing this.
Yuri, I think I had depression my whole life. I thought I was the only one who feels this way. But I don't get it. How can you be depressed? Yes, that's my talented.
So many reasons. Too many to list right now. It isn't about the intelligence. It's about emotions. If anything, intelligence just leads us to overthinking, which makes the depression worse.
How long have you been depressed?
I can pinpoint the exact day it started. Quite a while, I suppose.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. If I wasn't so worthless, maybe I could have done something to help.
It's alright. If anything, I'm just glad we found out about each other.
Yeah. Maybe we can beat depression buddies or something.
Is that something like being friends?
Sure, Yuri. Friends. Just like you and Sunny X.
Suddenly she leans forward, face down on the desk and starts sobbing. I'm more than a little stunned. I don't know how to react. I helplessly watch her cry in her seat as she cradles her head in her arms. I should comfort her, so I should reassure her. I should do anything but just sit here, doing nothing. I tentatively extend a shaking hand and put it on her shoulder. It feels nothing like the contact with Side X did. Am I doing it wrong? I don't know. But now that I've done it, it feels like it would be awkward to take my hand away. I still can't think of what to say. I feel like I'm messing things up. I may even have made her feel worse. I may have just lost my friend as soon as I gained her. I hear her murmuring something under her breath, over and over again. It sounds like happy thoughts. Finally, without moving her head, she reaches up and squeezes my hand.
I'm sorry.
She raises her head and starts rapidly wiping her tears away.
I'm sorry. I don't mean for you to see me like this. I don't really want to worry about me. I feel like I've barely been in control today. I even thought of leaving school early, but I didn't want to risk coming to Team Friends usually keeps the rain clouds away for a little while. That's why
That's why you invited Sayori to join the club? She grimaces and nods. He really means a lot to you, doesn't he? She nods again.
I thought that having him make friends would make me happier. But it didn't work. I'm just feeling worse now.
Oh, music's stopping again.
Yuri, can I tell you a secret?
I nod.
It's never been this bad before. The rain clouds. They're just getting bigger and bigger. And they aren't going away. I'm scared, Yuri. It makes me think about...
I normally wouldn't say this, but... Why'd you have to ruin the moment, Natsuki? I feel bad for Sayori, but... Then again, Natsuki doesn't know. Anyway.
Guys!
As Natsuki goes in, Sayori forces a smile back on her face. Oh boy. Is this the squid one?
What's Monica's favorite food? Huh?
What?
It's squid. You know why?
I'm utterly bewildered. Why did Natsuki ask the question if she already knew the answer?
It's her name! Monica!
Ah, it's a pun. Nice play on words.
Come on, Natsuki. I was just thinking about the festival on the way here and it came to me. So,
Sorry.
what are you two talking about? Excuse me.
Sayori gets up and moves to another seat at the back of the room.
What? What was that all about?
Sayori said it was a secret, so I don't think I should answer. But then, what do I say? I think I'm gonna read my book now. As I turn away to find another seat, I catch a glimpse of a confused, hurt look on Natsuki's face. Once I'm seen again, I glance at her over my book, but she's back to where her usual sour expression. That's Natsuki for ya. She goes to the closet to retrieve some manga. I can't help feeling badly about how I am handling things today. I may have made Sayori feel worse, and I may have ruined my newfound truce with Natsuki. I feel the absence of my life more than this moment that I have all day. Social situations are already confusing enough to navigate when there aren't secrets involved too. I may just have to make up some social skills as I go along. But for now, I need this moment to de-stress myself by reading my book. MC Monica. Just then, Monica and Sonia exited the room, one after the other. Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano.
Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Yeah, I can't wait for the festival.
Here we go. Natsuki has a real habit of barging into conversations, doesn't she? I feel frustrated. Part of my frustration is with Natsuki's interruptions, though it's hard to say hard to stay mad at her when she's smiling for once. Mostly, I'm feeling frustrated with myself. I can barely be sociable when I'm talking to one person. When it's more than one, I don't have a choice. I've lost the thread of the conversation already. But I need to focus on controlling my features and my breathing to hide what I'm feeling. I'm sure that frustration would be an appropriate emotion to show right now. You think? I wonder if I should try talking to Sayori again. She seemed like she had something important to say. And if the way she feels is anything like how I feel, I would be worried that she might think of hurting herself. But of course, I know she wouldn't do that. You're gonna be in for a rude awakening once this is all said and done, Yuri. Whatever's troubling her, she's obviously nowhere near as broken as I am.
Your reactions are as fun as Sayori's anyway.
Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are! X walks over to where Sayori is sitting at the back of the room. Oh, I suppose I should have expected that. The woe-begone look on her face is painfully obvious, even from a distance. She's so visibly lost in her thoughts that X has to wave his hand in front of her face just to get her attention. I became conscious of the fact that I spent too long watching them. I should get back to my book, or at least pretend to. As much as I enjoy watching people invariably accuse me of starting and calling me creepy. I really haven't made much headway in my reading lately. I've been too distracted these past few days, and today is no different. Today, I confirmed what I have always suspected. Sayori is depressed, and no one knows about it. On some level, it feels good that for once I am more socially aware about something than everyone else. But at the same time, I do feel bad for Sayori's predicament. I know well that I know well what it's like to have a sense of nameless dread eating away at me. I wish I could have talked to her some more, but it's probably just as well. Since X will obviously know better what to say to her than I would, and they are so close, she'd be far more likely to confide in him than me. In fact, seeing how concerned he looks for her, I wonder, could he have romantic feelings for her? In fact, now that I think about it, during our conversation today, Sayori seemed sadness when she talked about X. Could it be that she has romantic feelings for him too? Sorry. That thought makes me feel something unpleasant. Is this jealousy? Now I remember. I felt it on the first day I met X. I felt it when Sayori was hugging X. And I also felt it when Manga tried to talk him out of helping me with the tea. Does this mean, do I have romantic feelings with X? In a way, yeah, you do. Suddenly, all my emotions are in turmoil as I contemplate this. That would suggest that I was feeling it right from the first time I met him. Could it have been love at first sight? That sounds like something out of a children's book. Children's books. I thought it was just a myth. And yet I wonder. My mind is racing with possibilities. Could my friendship with X develop into a romantic relationship? That thought seems simultaneously terrifying and exhilarating. I never seriously contemplate being in such a relationship with someone. It's nice to fantasize about sometimes. Sorry. It's nice to fantasize about sometimes, but it's same as friendship in that it's just something that other people do, or maybe characters in my books. But now, I feel like I'm closer to having it than I've ever been in my life. Suddenly, I'm conscious of the fact that I'm gripping my book too hard. I'm going to damage it if I'm not careful. I take some deep breaths, trying to calm myself, trying to regain my focus. I don't really know how I would go about pursuing romance. I don't even know how to pursue friendship. I guess I should have to look to Sayori for clues about what to do next. I glance at him again. He's talking to Monica now. They're both repeatedly looking at Sayori with concerned expressions. It's obviously they're talking about her. How's Monica going to... Now Monica's going over to talk to Sayori. That's good. She'll know what to say. I feel reassured that Sayori is in good hands.
I don't know about that, Yuri.
As for Sayori, he's taking a seat by himself. He looks like he's in deep thought. I really hope he would come to talk to me like he has the past 2 days. But it's easy to guess why he didn't. He's thinking about Sayori.
Sorry.
And with that, all thoughts of romance with him evaporate. I feel safe for having considered it. Obviously, if he had to choose, he would go with his lifelong friends instead of me. But that's okay though, right? Because he and I are still friends. I just have to remind myself that I'm lucky to have him as a friend. So, I suppose that means that I should try to be the best friend that I can be. And perhaps that means helping Sayori and Sayori get together. Even if it hurts a bit. An unmistakable wave of sadness passes over me as I think about it. But it's okay. I'm long used to dealing with pain. I steel myself for what I know will probably be a difficult conversation with Sayori. That is, if he ever gets around to talking to me. Just as I'm thinking that, he looks over at me. Our eyes meet, and I become conscious of the fact that I've been staring at him the whole time. I turn my attention back to my book, trying to look suspicious. But I have trouble hiding how anxious I'm feeling as he walks over and takes a seat next to Mommy. I didn't mean to bother you or anything.
Relax. You didn't even do anything.
But I can tell you that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts.
Alone with my thoughts?
How are you even to tell what I was thinking?
Sorry.
How were you even able to tell that I was thinking
Like that.
Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. Someday, I hope to learn to be more discreet.
In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern.
Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who really share in that concern. Like a friend. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping them to themselves. But if you would prefer to show what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen.
It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori.
Sayori?
Yeah. She seems a little off today. When I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her.
Oh? That's quite romantic.
Eh?
Judging by his expression, That was the wrong thing to say.
You think?
Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid.
It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time. That's all.
I see. He's talking about his friendship as if he precludes the possibility of the development of romance. And what could it mean? If Sayori didn't tell her how she feels, I have to be careful about how I approach this. This might be something she wants to keep secret from him. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings.
Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much.
Son X, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries about every person, no matter how well you may know them.
So you think there might be something behind it after all?
Careful. I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what they may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupied in your thoughts. Wasn't she? I watched his reaction closely.
Well, I guess that was the case.
Sayori. I find I can't quite make eye contact with him now. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all.
He's so insistent about saying we're friends. Could I be wrong about his romantic feelings? I look closely at him again, looking for some sign either way. It could be that, like me, his feelings are buried so deeply he doesn't fully know what he's experiencing. Or perhaps he just doesn't want to admit how he feels to me. I wish there was some way for me to know for sure. He turns away from me, looking embarrassed. It's possible that I'm spending too long staring at him again. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. I know it's going to hurt to say this, but I have to say it. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. I don't know if he even cares how I feel about it. But at least he knows he has my blessing if he wants to pursue her.
Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you.
That's not a compliment, is it?
It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading?
Well, as long as you're okay with it.
Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway.
It's clear that he wants to drop the subject, so I oblige. I'm not sure how I feel about the resolution of this conversation. It makes me feel preoccupied as I prepare the tea for ourselves. It makes me forget to object when he chooses seats for us. But at least I can make sure I'm sitting on the left this time. And I find that if I angle myself inwards towards him a little, I can avoid accidental contact with my injured breast.
Yeah, that's right. She still has that self-inflicted wound from earlier.
It also brings my right leg in contact with his left leg. But I'm too preoccupied to fully enjoy the contact between our legs. As we sit, with the book between us, my thoughts and emotions swirl inside of me. I value my friendship with Side X. I really do. It shouldn't feel like a sense of loss as if you want Sayori more than me. And yet, I can't help feeling a sense of desire to have him all to myself. Am I being selfish? Is it wrong for me to feel this way?
Only if you think it's wrong, Yuri.
I can't tell which is worse, the feeling of loss or the feeling of guilt.
I don't know. Maybe both? Anyway.
If Sayori is feeling the same way, then I fully understand why she's so upset. Would it be wrong for me to take Side X away from her? I don't know what to do. I think it's time to reassess my situation, priorities, and options. Option 1. I confess to Side X that I have romantic feelings toward him. This can result in forever life-teaching experiences that are beyond my comprehension. But I don't actually know how he feels about me, so I may end up just making a fool out of myself.
Probably.
And it could ruin my friendship with him and with Sayori. And in any case, it could end any chances of him finding happiness with her. Option 2. I remain friends with Side X and help him get together with Sayori. This could help Sayori get out of the depression spiral that she's in. I think that would make me feel good knowing that I've helped her. And I would be able to remain friends with her. A second friend would obviously be twice as wonderful. But would I be able to deal with this jealousy that I'm feeling every day?
You don't know how much of it you're gonna suffer with Act 2, Yuri.
It might poison whatever friendship I have with either of them. Would I be able to put that feeling behind me? I don't know. I don't have enough experience with these emotions to predict my own reactions. There's so much uncertainty in either of these choices with obvious possible benefits and drawbacks to both. I need a third option. Option 3. I don't make any intentions obvious either way, and I wait for Side X to make a decision, or at least reveal his own intentions. In some ways, this feels like the most sensible option, but I don't know how long I would be able to keep these emotions beneath the surface. And they got any stronger, I think they might eat me alive. I feel like I want to move things forward in some way. I don't like all this uncertainty. I think I need to start doing a lot more disclosure about myself. To help Side X make a decision, and in so doing, help me make a decision. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I feel like this is the best option. I summon all my courage and get ready to talk to Side X.
Oh boy.
When I look over at him, I stop myself when I see the intense expression on his face. He's so focused on reading that there are visibly beads of sweat breaking out on his forehead. He must be reading into the book. Can't blame him. This is a good part. I suppose I'll just have to talk to him later. Maybe when we're sharing poems.
And right on cue, as Maka checks in.
Okay, everyone.
Margo always has a very effective way of saying that phrase.
You think?
It's enough to pull me out of the deepest reprieve.
Why don't we share our poems now?
As Side X is putting the book away, I realized something. My right breast has been partially obscuring his view of the book the whole time we were reading. I hope it didn't bother him. I suppose I could take it as a sign of his kindness that he didn't complain about it. But it makes me all the more nervous about all the sharing I'm about to do. I feel my heart pounding as I mentally and emotionally prepare myself for it. I just keep telling myself that it would be okay.
It's time for me to stop, Hedgehog Maniacs. That was quite something to say the least, wasn't it? Yuri and Sayori sharing their secrets with one another? Well, Sayori sharing part of the secret. But still, depression is never a good thing. And I do hope you guys heard me throughout the whole thing. Because like I said, I was having issues the last couple of recordings I did. I'll probably explain it a little more in the next one. But for now, SideX17 signing out. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think down below. And if you want to see more of my content, subscribe to me so you'll check out the rest of my content, and you can also check out the videos you see here on the screen. I told you to stop doing that, Monica!